Rodrygo Real Madrid. The decisive difference on a demanding night. Rodrygo once again proved his importance to Real Madrid, delivering a decisive performance in a difficult and tightly contested match. While the overall display lacked dominance and fluid control, Real Madrid's 2-1 victory away at Alaves was enough to ease mounting pressure and keep momentum intact. On a night when collective brilliance was limited, Rodrygo stepped up as the defining figure. His composure, movement, and ability to influence key moments highlighted why Rodrygo Real Madrid remains one of the club's most reliable attacking weapons in high-pressure situations. For Real Madrid, the result mattered more than the performance. Securing 3 points under challenging circumstances reinforced the team's resilience, while Rodrygo's contribution once again underlined his growing leadership and responsibility within the squad. This victory may not be remembered for its aesthetic quality, but it serves as another reminder that Real Madrid often finds solutions through individual excellence, and Rodrygo continues to be central to that narrative. Real Madrid's victory away at Alaves in La Liga was far from a performance that satisfied supporters. However, in the current context, securing 3 points mattered far more than earning praise. With Xabi Alonso facing increasing pressure after a run of uninspiring results, Rodrygo's timely moment of brilliance arrived exactly when Real Madrid needed it most, helping the team avoid another potentially damaging setback. Against Alaves, Real Madrid began cautiously. Tension was evident in nearly every action, with players showing hesitation and a lack of confidence. Kylian Mbappé had 2 early opportunities but failed to convert, reflecting the unease within the team. It was only when Jude Bellingham delivered a perfectly weighted through ball that Mbappé finally showcased his class, curling home the opening goal. For a brief moment, Los Blancos looked like the dominant force expected of them. That goal, however, did little to bring stability. Real Madrid continued to struggle with cohesion, defensive organization remained fragile, and Alaves gradually took control of the match. Were it not for Thibaut Courtois' instinctive save with his face near the end of the first half, the scoreline could have shifted dramatically. Real Madrid held the lead, but the balance of the game remained dangerously delicate. After the break, the same pattern resurfaced. Real Madrid created chances but lacked the clinical edge to put the match beyond reach. That inefficiency proved costly when Alaves equalized from a long, direct ball over the top. The goal, confirmed by VAR, served as a clear warning that Real Madrid's control was fragile and easily disrupted. At the moment when the visitors began to lose their footing, Rodrygo stepped forward. Without theatrics or unnecessary touches, the Brazilian forward positioned himself perfectly and finished decisively from Vinicius Jr.'s low cross. It was a simple goal on the surface, yet it reflected the intelligence and timing of a player who understands how to decide matches. Once again, Rodrygo Real Madrid emerged as the difference maker when the team needed clarity and calm. The closing stages remained tense. Real Madrid lacked the defensive authority to fully dominate proceedings and did not possess the sharpness to kill the game early. Still, on this occasion, they held firm until the final whistle. The win at Mendizorroza does not confirm that Real Madrid have found stability. Rather, it suggests they have avoided sinking deeper into crisis. For Xabi Alonso, these 3 points function as a crucial lifeline, buying valuable time to reshape and stabilize a squad that continues to show significant structural issues. Rodrygo has finally returned to the scoresheet for Real Madrid after a prolonged goal drought across all competitions. The Brazilian forward delivered at a crucial moment, restoring confidence both for himself and for the team. In a high-profile clash against Manchester City, Rodrygo opened the scoring with a precise diagonal finish that beat Gianluigi Donnarumma. The goal carried significant weight, as it ended a run of 32 consecutive matches without scoring for Real Madrid in all competitions. Since his previous goal against Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League earlier in the year, Rodrygo had endured nearly 8 months without finding the net at club level. The psychological burden of that drought was evident, making this breakthrough particularly meaningful. Remarkably, Rodrygo Real Madrid continues to excel against elite opposition. His strike against Manchester City took his tally to 5 goals in 9 appearances against the English champions, an outstanding record when compared to any of his teammates at Real Madrid. The arrival of Xabi Alonso at the start of the season was expected to provide a mental and tactical boost for the Brazilian attacker. Yet despite that optimism, Rodrygo has struggled to secure a consistent starting role at the Bernabeu amid intense competition. This goal against Manchester City is widely seen as a potential turning point, offering Rodrygo the chance to release the pressure that has followed him for months and reassert his importance within the squad. Despite Rodrygo's determined performance, Real Madrid were unable to secure a positive result against Manchester City. Goals from Nico O'Reilly and Erling Haaland sealed a valuable victory for the visitors, handing them all 3 points on a difficult night for the home side. The defeat also marked Pep Guardiola's first win over Real Madrid in 2 years, ending a prolonged period of frustration against the Spanish giants. The result had immediate consequences for Real Madrid's European campaign. Xabi Alonso's team dropped to 7th place in the standings, increasing the pressure ahead of the final stage of the competition. With Monaco and Benfica, led by José Mourinho, awaiting as the last 2 challenges, Real Madrid face a decisive period that will define their Champions League season. For Rodrygo Real Madrid, the match still carried significance. His goal drought is over, confidence has been restored, and the coming fixtures will reveal whether this moment can become the foundation for a sustained resurgence. If you follow Real Madrid closely and want deeper tactical breakdowns, player analysis, and honest debate, subscribe to HalaDNA. Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us whether Rodrygo's return to scoring can change Real Madrid's season. Stay tuned for more in-depth Real Madrid coverage, match analysis, and Champions League insights on HalaDNA.